Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. Big weekend of Army-Navy events. This time we shine the light on rifle with Coach Mike Ante. And for the one thing that's already been noticeable for your team so far this year, you've competed against obviously some of the best teams in the nation already, but your overall scores have taken a jump. What have you seen as the reason why your team scores have improved here and really had you on the verge of a big victory against Mississippi last week?
Right. Yeah. So we had a great match last week. I think the main area where we've improved is just consistency. Our scores have been very consistent throughout the season, and that just goes to the work that they've put in on the range. Some of the changes I've made, to our training program as far as focusing on position and just focusing on consistency and shooting tens. Every shot we take, we want to shoot a 10. So.
When you come in, and obviously you can pick up the paper and look at people's stats and things of that nature, how long does it take to learn your new shooters and to see, okay, here's what I think they are, okay, and then break them down and realize how can I go help them?
Yeah, and it takes a few months for our new shooters, one, to get used to me and my coaching style, and then me to get used to them on what drives them and what makes them perform well. So I don't coach with a cookie cutter type of mentality. You have to be coach as the individual. They have different personalities. Some shooters I can be a little bit tougher on. Some I need to hold back a little bit to get them to perform to their best.
This is one of those weeks where there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of pressure. You look at the marquee, it pretty much sells it all. How do you get them to ramp down, so to speak, because that's clearly one of the important parts of the discipline here as you get ready to shoot against Army?
It is. With shooting, you've got to be very calm, very relaxed when you compete. But we have actually taken a little bit different approach this time. We're facing it head on. We've talked about it numerous times, in our team room. We've come up with, affirmations, that I want them to think about. Any chance they have, when they're not studying, they're not in class, I want them thinking about the competition. I don't want them to shy away from it. So we're going, head first into this, and we're going to, face the challenge.
Surprised that you've gotten the kind of performance so far that you've gotten out of some of your younger performers?
Well, it's always good to have your freshmen shooting as well as they are. I mean, I'm going to have them for another 3 years. So we're just going to build on that. And also my seniors and my upperclassmen have done a great job, bringing my young shooters, onto the team and, just creating that family type atmosphere and confident atmosphere. So, yeah, I've got to, compliment both, my young guys and my, my seniors and upperclassmen.
Your dad was a coach. How much of an influence, obviously, has he been on your career? Obviously now as a coach yourself.
Right. Well, he was my coach when I first started shooting. He's coached me all the way through, for the most part, my career. Maybe not directly all the time. And he's got a legacy here. He did great against Army. I think he probably won most of the star matches when he was here. So there's big shoes to fill there.
What would it mean, obviously, to get a star victory for your program?
Oh, it'd mean a lot. I think it's been a few years since we've won. I'm not sure.
8 in a row.
Yeah, I don't really look at the stats.
But we don't focus on that.
We don't. So I think it would be great, for the team, great for my shooters, and great for the academy.
What makes a good shooter? As you now will go out and obviously look to bring in more shooters here. What makes a good shooter in your mind?
Well, it's somebody that can perform under pressure. Makes a good shooter. I mean, they still have to have the skills and the foundation that they've learned through junior clubs and through their junior shooting, when they were in high school. But being able to compete under pressure, that's one of the things I look at when I go out and recruit to see how they're performing in matches. Anybody can shoot in practice when everything's nice and relaxed and they're at their own range. But when you're into competition, that's when your training shows.
All right, continued success to you and your shooters, and best of luck this weekend, 9 a.m. at the Bancroft Hall Rifle Range. And as always, for more information on Navy Rifle and all 33 varsity sports here at the Academy, you can go to www.navysports.com.